Okay, good afternoon, all. I welcome you all for today's session. Now, in this session, we are going to start our seventh chapter, cooling of the plastic injection mold. Okay, so first, I will go through our regular slides. That is the what are the contents of this chapter, and then what is the central idea of the chapter, what is the importance of the chapter, and what will be the outcome of this chapter. And after that, in today's session, we are going to discuss the different methods, okay, different cooling methods which we are going to use for cooling of the plastic injection mold. Okay, now first I will go through this. This is the seventh chapter, that is cooling of the plastic injection mold. Now, in this chapter, we are having various contents. The contents will be like this: determining the heat quantity dissipated with cooling, means how much amount of heat is removed during the cooling by using the water or whichever cooling medium or cooling fluid you are circulating in that cooling process. Then the heat dissipation with the natural cooling, then the concept of mean temperature, then thermal resistance of a mold body, and then summary of dimension and constructions of the current correct cooling systems. Okay, now in this last point only, there are different methods that I will first discuss. That method I will discuss in today's session. Different cooling methods used for cooling of the plastic injection mold. So same points I have highlighted here in the pointers I have highlighted here. These concepts we are going through while studying this chapter. Then what are the prerequisites to understand this chapter very clearly? We require the knowledge related to the plastic material and their properties, and then we should have the basic knowledge related to the processing methods. Here we are going to discuss only injection molding process which we are using for the plastic material, and then the concept of heat transfer. Okay, basic knowledge related to the how the heat transfer takes place from one body to the another body. Okay, means like the concept of conduction, concept of convection, and the concept of radiation. Okay, these basic concept you should be aware of, and I think already you have studied that concepts of heat transfers in the heat transfer subject. Okay, so that will be very helpful in this chapter also. Okay, so we will go through first point, that is the title of the chapter. Now, title of this chapter is cooling of the plastic injection mold. Now, we are going to understand the title of the chapter. Cooling is nothing but we are going to decrease the temperature. It may be any component. What is cooling means? We are going to reduce its temperature with the help of different mediums. Now, here we are going to do the cooling for plastic injection molds. Okay, whichever molds are there already, this plastic injection mold, we have studied this in the our first practical itself. There is fundamentals of the injection molding, plastic injection molding process. In that we have studied different types of the injection molds used. Okay, now here we are going to do the cooling, different types of the cooling methods we are going to use, and that cooling methods are used in the related to the cooling of plastic injection mold only. Now, first you have to understand that whichever cycle time is required, means from raw material to manufacture the actual product using this injection molding process. Now, 80% time of the total cycle time is taken by the cooling only. Okay, it is consumed by the cooling process in this injection molding process. That's why the cooling of a plastic injection mold is very important part. Okay, you should understand this very clearly. Okay, in the injection this is here I have explained the basic concept how the injection molding process is conducted. Injection molding process is a method to obtain the molded products by injecting the plastic material in the molten form uh, by the heat into a mold, and then we are going to perform the cooling operation, and the solidification of that material will occur to get the final product. And this injection molding process we are using it for mass production for different components. Okay, so this is the injection molding. And why the cooling is necessary? Because cooling utilizes the 80% of the time. Whichever cycle time is there, 80% time is consumed by the cooling of that mold only. Okay, and that cooling will help you in the solidification of that component. Okay, that's why this cooling is very important. And then another points which we are going to highlight here, that is injection mold cooling serves to dissipate the heat of the molding quickly and uniformly. Then fast cooling is necessary. Why fast cooling is necessary? To obtain the economical production and to improve the quality of the product. Uniform cooling is also required. Okay, so this is the title related to the title of the chapter. Then central idea of this chapter. In this chapter, we are going to cover how to calculate the heat dissipation or heat removed. Okay, we are doing the cooling, then heat will be removed from that mold. Okay, by the different cooling mediums. Generally we are using the water. Okay, by circulating the water or cooling fluid through the different channels, we are cooling that mold, and in the cooling process heat will be removed from that mold by the water or whichever cooling fluid you are using. Then that amount of heat removed you have to calculate. How to calculate that amount of heat removed? Okay, that we are going to discuss in this chapter. And the another point which we are going to discuss here, different cooling methods. Okay, different cooling methods or different cooling channels which we are going to use for doing the cooling of this plastic injection mold, that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Then what is the importance? Already I have told you the importance, because whichever cycle time is there of the total process, 80% time is consumed by this cooling process only. Okay, and now here the properties of the molded part depends upon the rate of solidification. That rate of solidification depends upon the chilling effect. Chilling effect is nothing but your cooling effect, cooling of the mold walls. Okay, hence this chapter is very important to control the how to control. We are going to understand here how to control the rate of cooling, and after controlling the rate of cooling, you will be able to control the rate of solidification. And as you are able to control the rate of solidification, you can control the properties of that molded part. That's why this chapter is very important to study. Okay, and what will be the outcome of this chapter? At the end of this chapter, you will be able to calculate how much amount of heat is removed. Okay, how much amount of heat is removed while this cooling process occurs. Okay, that is termed calculate the heat quantity dissipated with the cooling, then time required for the cooling, then amount of coolant required. Okay, at the end you will be able to perform all these activities. Okay, you can easily, you will be able to calculate the amount of heat removed, then time required, and amount of coolant required for that particular injection mold. And then you will be able to do the or build a correct cooling system. Okay, that correct cooling channels or cooling systems. Now first we will start with this. This is our first point. Now, types of the cooling methods used in the plastic injection mold. Okay, here two aspects will be there. These are the cooling methods, and one part will be types of the cooling channels. Okay, these two are different parts. These are the types of the cooling channels, and this is the brief classification of the cooling methods used. Okay, cooling methods used. Please draw this chart. Okay, first we will go through this one, that is the types of the cooling channels used in the plastic injection mold. Please draw this chart. Generally, types of the cooling channels used for cooling of the plastic injection mold, three types are there: parallel cooling channel, series cooling channel, and multi-level cooling channel or cooling systems. Okay, this multi-level is just the combination of these two. In the combination, you may use it in the combination, or depending on the that cavity size, you are going to choose it. Okay, please draw this. After that, we will discuss the brief classification. I will provide you the details. Okay, generally, cooling channels are classified in three types. That is parallel cooling channel, series cooling channel, and multi-level cooling channel or multi-level cooling system. Now, for better understanding of this, I have collected here. Okay. Now, this is the file. Let's wait. Coming to that cooling channels. Okay. So this is visible on your screen. This is a parallel cooling channel. Okay. First, I will discuss this parallel cooling channel. Okay. Before that, I will explain you a few points. That is, what is the importance of this cooling channel? Already, I have explained it. Okay. In the injection mold, whichever time is required to manufacture the part, 80% time is taken by the cooling itself. Okay, to cool that injection mold. Now, whichever cooling channel or cooling circuit we are going to use. Okay, first I will explain you few terms. That is, what is the flowways and what is the circuit or a cooling circuit. Now, what is the flowways? So here, please refer this diagram. Flowways and cooling circuit. These two terms I will explain. After that, I will start this point. Okay, which the path through which, okay, please understand here, the path through which the cooling fluid is flowing that way, and that will be termed as flow way. Okay, this direction, these horizontal direction, these vertical direction, these are flow ways. And the circuit formed by combining all the ways or directions is termed as the cooling circuit. Okay, so these two important terms are there: flow ways and cooling circuits. Path through which that cooling fluid is flowing in that particular cooling channel, that is termed as flow way. These are different flow ways. Okay, horizontal or vertical, these are different flow ways. And when you combine, okay, when you combine all the flowways, then a circuit will be formed. That circuit will be termed as the cooling circuit. Okay, cooling circuit. As far as this cooling method channels or methods are concerned, that will be termed as cooling circuit. Okay, now we will move, after understanding these two terms, we will move towards these cooling channels. Now, these parallel cooling channels, okay, in the parallel cooling channel, or it may be in the series cooling channel, there are four important elements. Okay, first you have to understand this four important elements. That four important elements will be like this. The first important element is the main cooling pipe. Okay, this is your main cooling pipe. Okay, in this diagram, this is your main cooling pipe. Okay, this is your main cooling pipe. Please understand the cursor here. This is your main cooling pipe. Then another element is joint plug. Okay, this portion. Please see this arrow, joint plug, and this is another joint plug. One joint plug as a inlet, and other plug will act as a cooling. What is the joint plug? This is the plug. I can done the super plug. You the middle of it. But if this main cooling, it will provide or that working or using and use to Okay, now we will discuss this types of the cooling methods. Okay, different types of the cooling methods. Now, in this different types of the cooling methods, for cooling of the injection mold, basically we are going to use two types, that is cooling integer type and cooling insert type method. Okay, cooling integer type and cooling insert type method. Then this cooling integer type is classified in two different types, that is cooling integer cavity plate, cooling of integer cavity plate, and cooling integer core plate. And this cooling insert type is basically classified in three subtypes, that is bolster type cooling or supporting plate type cooling, then cavity insert cooling, and core insert cooling. Okay, then depending on the cooling channel, okay, depending on the cooling channel or cooling circuit used, this cooling integer cavity plate is classified in three types: U type cooling, rectangular type cooling, and Z type cooling. And this cooling integer core plate type, depending on the different cooling systems used, it is termed as angle hole cooling system and baffled straight hole cooling system. Then this bolster type cooling, depending on the cooling circuit used in that supporting plate, it is classified in two types, that is rectangular type and Z type circuit cooling. Then this cavity insert cooling is also classified in two types, depending on the cooling channel, that is rectangular type insert cooling and interconnecting groove design type cooling. Then this core insert cooling is classified in two types, depending on that cooling way or depth of the cooling and depth of that core, as shallow core insert cooling and deep core insert cooling. Okay, now one by one I will explain it. Okay, depending on these are the different types of the coolings of plastic injection mold, and its brief classification. And it is basically classified in two types: cooling of integer type and cooling insert type. Okay. Now, depending on the channels used, this is a brief classification, that is cooling integer type and cooling of insert type. Then this integer type is classified in two subtypes, as a cavity plate and core plate cooling, and depending on the channels used or cooling circuits used, these are further classified in different types as U type, rectangular type, and Z type cooling. And this core plate integer cooling is classified in two types: angle hole cooling system and baffled straight hole cooling system. Then cooling insert type is classified in three subtypes: bolster type cooling, or it is also known as supporting plate type cooling. And depending on the circuits used, path of that circuit, it is classified in two types: rectangular type circuit cooling and Z type circuit cooling. Then cavity insert cooling, it is classified in two types depending on the flow of the working fluid, as a rectangular type and interconnecting groove design type. Then core insert cooling is classified in shallow core insert cooling and deep core insert cooling. This classification is done only on the basis of depending on that core type of core used, how much is the depth of that core. Okay, so one by one now we will discuss their concepts here. Okay, one by one I will discuss the concept. Okay, this is the cooling integer cavity plate. Okay, first cooling integer cavity plate. Now first I will show you the diagram. You can draw this diagram. Okay, this is U-type cooling circuit. So before starting this U-type cooling circuit, how this cooling integer cavity plate. Okay, this is cooling integer cavity plate. Now the temperature of an mold plate. Okay, temperature of an mold plate is controlled by circulating water through the holes bored or drilled in that plate. Okay, in the cavity plate we are going to drill the holes, and through that holes we are going to circulate the water to cool that mold plate. Okay, and normally whichever holes we are drilling or boring in that plate, these are interconnected to form a circuit. Okay, and depending on the path followed by that fluid or circuit made by that fluid during the cooling operation, different types are made. Okay, and in that the first type is U-type circuit. Okay, this is the inlet, this is the U-type circuit. Why this is termed as U-type circuit? During this cooling process, the path followed by the cooling fluid or water is of U shape. Okay, this is U shape path is followed. That's why it is termed as U-type circuit. Okay, this is the first type. Then when circulation of water is done in such a way that it flows its flows forms the rectangle. Okay, rectangular shape. Okay, and this water flows through the holes drilled in that pipe only, or in that mold plate. We are directly drilling holes in the mold plate, and path followed after entering through the inlet by that working fluid or cooling fluid, and when it comes out from the outlet, the path followed is of a rectangular shape as shown in this diagram. Then this type of cooling circuit will be termed as a rectangular type of cooling circuit. Okay, depending on the path followed. Okay, u type cooling circuit, then a rectangular type cooling circuit, and the next is the Z type cooling circuit. Okay, this is the third type. Three types are there of cooling integer cavity plate, and depending on the path followed by the working fluid, three types are there: U type, rectangular type, and this is the Z type. Path followed by that fluid is of Z shape. Okay, this is the Z shape path is followed. That's why it is termed as Z type cooling circuit. Okay, and then after this U type, rectangular type, and Z type cooling circuit, we will move towards the next type. Okay, these are cooling channels. Already I have explained these cooling channels. Okay, next is the cooling of the. Okay, now in the integer type cooling, two types are there: cavity plate cooling and core plate cooling. Okay, cavity plate and core plate cooling. Now in the core plate cooling, two types are there: angle hole system and baffled straight hole system. In all these cooling medium, diagrams are very important. Just you have to draw the diagram and you have to mention the direction of the working fluid or the direction of the water. Okay, so this is the first type. This core plate cooling integer of core plate, it is classified in two types, that is angle hole system and baffled straight hole system. This is the diagram. Okay, in the core plate itself we are going to make these holes, and these holes from both sides are interconnected to each other. Then working fluid or water will enter from this inlet and it will taken out from this outlet. Now water flows, okay, during when this water is flowing, the holes are made in such a way that these holes will make an angle. Okay, it will make an angle to the, this is the underside of this core plate. It will make an angle here. Simply you can understand from this diagram. Okay, water will enter from this direction, it will make an angle to the underside of this core plate. This is the core plate, and in that core plate only we are drilling these holes. Okay, and these holes are interconnected in such a way that whichever water is entering or cooling fluid is entering, it will make the angle. Okay, this is the angle to the underside of this core plate. This is termed as angle type hole system. Okay, in the core block we are making the holes and these are interconnected, and working fluid while flowing through it, it will make the angle. Then the second type is baffled straight hole system. Okay, this is the baffled straight hole system. Now in this baffled straight hole system, in the core block, okay, this is your core block. This is the core block. Then holes are made in such a way that, okay, holes are made and they are interconnected with each other. And here the baffles are used. Okay, this darker portion, this dark baffle is nothing but a thin plate. Okay, this thin vertical plate which will help you to change the direction of flow, that will be termed as baffle. Okay, this portion, this thin plate, vertical thin plate is termed as the baffle. Okay, that's why it is termed as baffled straight hole system. Okay, holes are made on this core block, and entire holes are made in the core block. Entire holes are interconnected to each other. Then baffle is used. Baffle is nothing but a thin vertical plate which will change the direction of flow. Water will enter from this inlet and it will come out from this outlet. Okay, and it will follow this direction as shown in this diagram, and this baffle will help you to change the direction of that flow. Okay, direction you have to show. Okay, this is the core block, this is the direction of flow which I have highlighted here, inlet, outlet, and this is the baffle. This is baffled straight hole system. Holes are made in the core block, all holes are interconnected, and the water will enter from inlet and it will come out from the outlet, and it will follow this direction. And this change in the direction is done by using this baffle, and this baffle is nothing but a thin vertical plate. Okay, then the next main type is cooling insert type. Okay, cooling insert type, and in this cooling insert type, three different types are there. Bolster cooling. Bolster cooling is nothing. Bolster is nothing but the supporting plate. Okay, supporting plate cooling or bolster cooling. Then cavity insert cooling and core insert cooling. Okay, now how this bolster cooling is used? This is shown in this diagram. Bolster cooling is of two type: rectangular circuit and Z type circuit. Okay, here this is the rectangular circuit. The circuit is machined in the supporting plate. Okay, this is your final product, and whichever circuit you are using, it may be rectangular type or it may be Z type, that circuit is machined or it will be drilled in this bolster plate. This is the supporting plate, and this is your final product. And in this bolster plate or in the supporting plate, that rectangular circuit or the Z-type circuit is machined or drilled, and that working fluid will flow through that circuit and cooling is obtained. And while this cooling is obtained, if that working fluid or water is following the path followed is of a rectangular shape, then it is bolster cooling having rectangular circuit and if path followed is of Z shape, okay, this is the inlet. If path followed is of Z shape, then it is bolster cooling Z type circuit, okay, depending on the path followed. And this is this cooling channel, whichever channels are there, what is the difference here? That channels are provided on a extra supporting plate which is attached to that final product, and whichever channels are there or circuits are there, that are directly machined in that supporting plate itself, okay. And then the next type is the cavity insert cooling, okay. Okay, these are types of insert coolings. In that insert coolings, bolster cooling or supporting plate type cooling, cavity insert and core insert cooling. In that cavity insert cooling, two types are there. That is cavity insert rectangular cooling and interconnecting groove cooling. Okay, this is the cavity insert rectangular cooling. Okay, this is cavity insert rectangular cooling. This is the diagram for cavity insert rectangular cooling. Now for this cavity insert rectangular cooling, in this method, when the recess is machined, okay, when recess is machined here itself, when recess or gap is machined here itself, you can see, okay, gap is machined. You can see here, this gap is machined, okay, gap is machined here. First, a gap is machined, and after machining that gap, then the cooling channels are machined. Once a gap is machined, then these cooling channels are machined. And when here you can say that this rectangular portion is again machined. Okay, in this way, this rectangular cooling channels are machined here and here. Rectangular cooling channels are machined, and some O rings. Okay, here at this corner, these are O rings. It will prevent the leakage of the water, and this is the cooling channel provided. Okay, this is the cooling channel provided here. This is of a rectangular shape, and some extra O-rings are provided here. Okay, O-rings, and these are the inner stopper plugs. The function of these inner stopper plugs or O-ring is to prevent the leakage. So this is the rectangular in cavity insert type cooling. And in the interconnecting grooves, one groove is machined. Okay, groove is machined, that is the difference, and through that groove that water is circulated. Then last type here, this is the last type, core insert cooling. Okay, in this core insert cooling, shallow core insert cooling or deep core insert cooling can be used. Two types are there. In this shallow core insert cooling, we can use U type circuit, then Z type circuit. That Z type circuit is also known as spiral circuit. Okay, U type and Z type circuits can be used. Okay, and in the deep core insert cooling, here a deep chamber. Okay, chamber is designed, and that chamber is machined, and through that chamber, that water is circulated. Okay, in this method, uh, the back face of the core insert is machined to form a deep chamber, and water from inlet passes through the pipe fitted on that center of the chamber, and after circulation water comes out from the outlet. Okay, this is the deep core insert cooling. Okay, in this one chamber is machined. Where this chamber is machined? On the back face of that core insert. Okay, on the back side of the core insert, one deep chamber is machined, and on that chamber, through the pipes, we are going to circulate the water. Okay, that water will flow from inlet and it will come out by following the specific path. It will collected from the outlet and cooling will be obtained. Okay, one deep chamber is machined, and through on that chamber we are providing the pipe, and through that pipe cooling water is circulated with the help of different channels. Okay, so in this way these are the different methods, cooling methods, which we are using in this. The cooling of the plastic injection mold. In this way, in this today's session, we have completed this part, that is the types of the cooling channels, parallel cooling channel, series cooling channel, and multi-level cooling channel system with their basic element and their functions. And after that, we have discussed the types of the cooling methods used in the plastic injection mold. Basically, these are divided in two types: or a way through which we are providing the cooling channel and their location, and the path followed from that, or path followed by the working your cooling fluid, or generally we are using water only, depending on the path followed. Rectangular types of okay, I will stop this session here. In the next session, we will discuss the how we are going to calculate the amount of heat removed, or you can say that heat dissipated from that mold during the cooling, that we will discuss in the next session. So I will stop on this today's session here only. Okay, thank you for attending this session.